Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I will show you guys how to add a hotkey to TWS that lets you basically have a panic cell that has an offset. So, for example, if you are trying to get out of your position at $3, you hit this key, but in that small amount of time you didn't get filled and now the bid is at 290, you're not going to get filled, right? So, in order to fix this without having to cancel and re-hit your button, is you need to go to File, Global Configuration, and then underneath um, presets, if you click this little plus, or you can click it from here, you just click whatever you trade. For me, it would be stock, so I'm going to click stocks. Under size, you have to make sure that this says 0 and this says shares. Okay. Next thing is this needs to be on. So by default, it's off. Make sure that this is on. This one doesn't matter. I know that by default this is on, but it's okay if you take it off or leave it on. But the important thing is that you keep this, you check this, okay? Use closing position size if possible. So the next thing you want to do is go into wherever your hotkeys are. So for me, I use the chart trader. So I would go into charts, and then I would click chart trader, and then I would click hotkeys. And by default, you're going to have, I think you're going to have a close position button already on here, but that is what I used to use. So I used to use a close position button, but sometimes if the bid was falling too fast, I wouldn't get a fill, so I'd have to cancel and create a new order. I don't want to have to do that anymore, and I'm sure that you and so many other people on the internet don't want to have to do that anymore. So all you need to do is go into Cell, create a shortcut, click record so that you do whatever hotkey you want this to be for. Um, and then you'd go into customize, make sure this says cell still. Size is going to be default. And it's going to be default because of what we just did in the step before this. So we set our default to be 0 shares, but our closing position size if possible. So if we're in a position, our default size is going to be our closing position size. Our order type is going to be limit, and this part you're going to choose bid, and then you're going to choose whatever offset you have. So I'm using a -10 offset. So in the example I used, it'll still fill if the bid hits 290. So you can change this to, for example, 0.05, that's 5 cents, and then make sure this says amount. Okay, this is in dollars, so this would be 5 cents. And then you can check this off based on your trading style. If you're trading, fast stocks, you don't want a confirmation, then you would click this. Okay. And then once you're done with that, go ahead and click OK, and then apply. And one other thing I want to mention is that you can change how fast, or like change different settings for your fills. So if you go into orders and then smart routing, there'll be two sections here, one for stocks and one for options, I believe, on a live account. Right now I'm just using paper trading just to show you guys. Um, so I prefer to be filled no matter what the cost is. So I'm always trying to get maximum fill. So therefore I'm going to click default for maximum fill size. Um, there's different options here that you guys can choose based on your own preferences. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that before I get into an example over here. So once you're done with all that, you can click apply, click OK. And I'm just going to show you guys an example here. So I'm just going to buy 10 shares at the ask. So
Order filled.
297 is the ask. I just got filled at 295. Now, let's say I want to get out as fast as possible. So I'm going to click cap
Order
locks here, which
filled.
is my panic sell button, and I just filled at 295. So the bid there was 295, but if you see this over here, my actual order type, or my actual order details, shows a limit a limit sell of 285 because of my 10-cent offset, but the bid was actually at 295. Now I'm going to show you what used to happen when I would click caps lock. So I didn't have an offset before, and it was just the default closing position button. So
Order
let's
filled.
say I'm in with 10 shares at 296 and I want to get out. So before, I used to click cap locks and this would happen,
Order filled.
right? So you get out at the bid, that's fine. But if it started dropping too fast, you would not get a fill. I would have to press space, which is my cancel all orders, and I would have to click cap locks again. And if you go into the detail section here now, you can see that this is actually this is actually 295. So if for some reason this stock went down in the meantime, I would not have gotten that fill immediately. So this is just really useful to have. You can also see that my limit order is 10 cents above the ask, and that's for, if the stock is going up really fast and I want to get in. But if you guys want to know how to do that as well, just basically it's the same thing, except with the buy option, you just set your offset to ask and then plus whatever amount you want. But yeah, that's about it. The most important thing is having that panic sell button that gives you an offset so you can get out even if there is slippage to the downside. All right, I'm going to be posting some more videos about trading probably in the future, so go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.